fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and the New Orleans Saints. Now the big leg of Matt Prater ready to get this one started. And we are underway from the Superdome. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
And taken right at the 35. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Lions will take over. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at the 45. The first carry for Amir Abdullah. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Trey Hendrickson, the one who gets him on the ground.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Big 20, big 20.
Now a first down throw. Stafford. Open man is Galladay, complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Trey Hendrickson in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. Out of the gun, Stafford. And he couldn't hang to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw now on first down. Wide open, Gronkowski. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Let's go.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Jonathan Hankins in on the stop.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. So here come the Lions now. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
On first down, it's Stafford. And that's complete to Luke Wilson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. The second down run for Abdullah. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go play action here on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. And incomplete there. A nice hit, jars the ball free, and brings up third down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Stafford now to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Manti Te'o. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Now a play fake here on first down. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Benjamin with it over the middle. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Less than a minute to go here in a scoreless first quarter to this point.
Come on, let's go.
They'll look to throw here. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
And defensively, a dime look here. 6 DBs on 3rd and 12.
No surprise at all.
He'll drop to throw. Looking for Benjamin, but it's intercepted. Cyrus Jones picks it. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment. But there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
After the interception, here's Stafford. Breaks through the contact. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback. But as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays. And you don't get many opportunities to dial them up. And they just did. And they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired on the first quarter. The Saints on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw here. And he will have a man. Thomas. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And now running right through it. Got some real estate inside the 30. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. 44 yards. And the Saints are able to cash in for 6. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. A dump off for Abdullah. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it a second down. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Stafford hands to Abdullah. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Stafford on 1st down. Uncorks one for Davis. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. 63 yards. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Now Matt Prater for the point after. Prater for the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Eric Armstead able to get him for a loss of about 3. The Saints on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is going to be 3rd and 13. They're going to look to throw. Throwing right side, that's complete. Demaryius Thomas. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Slips past him.
Where'd he go?
They can't tackle him. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And this offense set up with a very short field. 1st and 10 inside the 20. The Lions into the red zone for the first time. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. From the gun, here's Stafford. And this one's incomplete. Amir Abdullah, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
Well, touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Stafford gives to Abdullah. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Luke Wilson, his first touchdown as a Detroit Lion. And the Lions are in for 6.
1st and goal. Forget running the football. Forget establishing anything. Just put it in the end zone with a pass for a touchdown.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's the definition of catching the defense off guard there. They weren't expecting that.
And that totally goes against type, doesn't it? When you think 1st and goal from the 1, you're thinking running play.
Here's Prater now set to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Steps away to his left. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the 1st down.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Going for the deep ball. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The Saints on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Now back to throw. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. Right through and boom, down, Biff. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the 1st. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Steps away. Open man left side is Gronkowski. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there at 22.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Buying time to his left. And he can't find a
receiver, and he's brought down. Eric Armstead in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. A first opportunity upcoming in the red zone for the Saints. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Being checked, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Preston Smith in there to get him for a loss of a yard, and it'll bring up 3rd down. The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. As they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And Lutz's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35, but make it the 40-yard line.
Now, that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Stafford now to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Erickson. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
Track 50. Track 22.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Galladay. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And that moves them up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So they get the 3, increase their lead to close out the half.
Excellent way to end a drive. Go into the locker room with a little bit of extra momentum after adding 3 to their total.
Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. And solid field position here to start as they get it out to the 40-yard line. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Big 20. Jumbo.
Out of the gun, Stafford. And to the left side here, Wilson. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Stafford to the former Seahawk Wilson for Lions first.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
On first down, Abdullah. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Again, it's Abdullah. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Would have been a decently long field goal, 51 yards from here, but instead they're going to go for it. And Stafford's going to take it himself. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
White. Give me radar. Double, set. Go here. Zebra.
After the run, now Stafford going to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Malone. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, You really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
They'll run it now out of the gun. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Amir Abdullah from a yard out. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Ohio!
Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Mike Daniels coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Hey. 4 down. Under 10.
He'll drop to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Gronkowski, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at the 40.
10, 10.
After the interception, here's Stafford. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game, and so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Fighting his way through contact. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Here we go. Brand 38. Brand 38.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
They'll set up a throw. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. They were looking to get it to Kelvin Benjamin there. That'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 21.
Hey, I need one.
And they begin the drive with Abdullah. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that on that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack.
It's caught inside the 25. And they do get him out of bounds finally, but the damage is done. A big hitter on what proves to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Operating from the gun. Stafford, a dump off for Abdullah. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. 4th touchdown pass of the game for Matthew Stafford. And the Lions add on to their lead. Turning into a really good performance on the road, week one. You're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
Little work still to do, though. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here, and they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Now they go screen, it's complete. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
They're going to look to throw. Eluding and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. To Abdullah. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there, and I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory, and as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think he may want to keep them cranking high right here.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
On the ball, on the ball. 22.
They come out here in the eye. They'll try to run it in with Abdullah. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably doing play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Sliding out of the pocket. On the crossing route, he hits Demaryius Thomas. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Going to air it out deep for Gronkowski. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Marcus May with a pick. And an alley to run. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or 2 shy of midfield. He was looking for Gronk that time.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48.
Hey, 22!
A shotgun snap for Stafford. Wilson snags it left side, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
12 yards there as they move the chains. On 1st down, it's Stafford. Open man is Galladay, complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, here's Stafford. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Stafford looks to throw again. Throw left side complete. That's Erickson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Again, it's Stafford. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. think about running the ball here, not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
The quick slant caught, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They do get 8 out of the pitch and catch. However, it's 4th down.
Nice completion, nice gain.
Great tackle.
Really good tackle. Kept him in bounds, kept things going. What do you do here?
That's the question. Let's see what they do. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And that'll push the lead from 24 up to 27. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Saints coming out now to take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Looking to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to let it fly. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Brian Poole. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. On 4th down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, 4th down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, Johnson. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. It's the Pro Bowler Chandler Jones who makes the tackle. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, So special every year, week one. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while.